Hi, I'm Linda Santee. I'm teaching the Tai Chi class. I do a lot of exercises, getting you ready, and then we do some Tai Chi. So, enjoy. I'd like you to rub your hands together. And if you can, interlace your fingers and rub back and forth. It hits a lot of the acupressure points that are in your fingertips. And I like to go down one more. So the top one now becomes the bottom. And then rub the whole hand together. Just the palms. Just the fingers. The whole hand in. Double time it. Hopefully you're feeling some heat. Bring your hands out just a little bit. Try to sit up nice and tall, feet on the floor. I like to leave one hand still and let the other hand just go in and out, trying to feel something between your hands. It doesn't matter whether you do or not. You're just trying to generate the energy. Let the other hand be still and use your other hand. You're trying to sit up as tall as you can, comfortably. Feet on the floor. Be relaxed in the shoulder as best you can. And then let both hands go in and out. And let's do a few circles. Sometimes doing some circles is nice. Sort of tends to relax me a little bit more, so hopefully it does to you also. And come back in. Going back out. Coming back in. Good. And then if there's a spot that you have on your body that is achy or painful, just put your hands on that area. A lot of people have their knee injuries, they have shoulder injuries. If I'm having trouble with my breath, I will put it on my lungs, all sorts of places. Good. And you just got your own little heating pad when you do that. So what I'd like you to do is to lift up your heels. The video is not going to be able to show that, but your toes can stay on the ground, they can go up, but make sure you lift your heels up higher. Let the arms dangle down. Keep those feet moving. Relax up and stretch. Relax down. Going up. Try to relax your hands going up. You're not trying to make a race out of this. You're not trying to put a lot of tension in those arms. Two more. Now let's do some shoulder rolls. Depending on your own shoulders, you might want to do shoulder rolls with using the arms, but doing your shoulders just by themselves is fun. Soft and gentle. Coming up and out. Trying to work out all the joints in the body with this routine. And bring your hands around. I do a light clap. Somehow putting the hands together gets you, tends to relax a little bit. Keep the feet moving. Heels up. Talk today. Little different, isn't it?
We have to be quiet. That's very hard for me.
So bring your hands down and let the arms be loose from the shoulders down. Keep your feet moving. You're trying to make circles with the wrist. You don't have to make big circles, just some circles. And then go the other way. Sink into the back of the hips. Lift the rib cage up this way. Just a little bit, sitting nice and tall. Good. Interlace your fingers. Keep the feet moving. Coming up over the head the best you can. If you hurt, you don't have to go up so high. We're doing neck circles, trying to make a circle or a D with the head. And reverse. Forward and back, so the chin goes forward. Focus more on coming back. Relax it out and then come back. Relax your shoulders down the best you can, and then ears side to side. If you get tired at any time, you can always shake it out. Drop them down, bring them back up. This time we're going to come up in the front, doing that same exercise. Feet are moving, trying to do circles. Going around, go the other way. Just doing the best you can. Try not to put too much stress on any one part. Forward and back. And side to side. And drop the hands down. Kind of shake it out a little bit. Loosen everything up. I use my right foot. The toe is on the ground lightly. And I'm trying to make a circle with the right leg. So I tend to keep my hand either on my thigh or I keep it on my knee actually because it feels good. Just to let it sit there lightly and try and do a circle using the ball of your foot, the ankle, the knee, and your hip. Anything hurts, you just back off. Don't have to do it. Or just, just take it easy. Find what works for you. Going the other way in reverse. Change feet. Sitting up nice, comfortably tall. And reverse. Good. This time you're going to sit in the back of the hip bones in the back of the chair. Lift your knee up and let the lower leg dangle into a circle. Reverse and go the other way. Same foot. Change feet. And I did this all sitting, didn't I? You can do all this stuff standing.
Yes.
Sorry about that. And reverse.
We can't talk.
We're used to chatter talk here. And release. Let's stand on up. So, all these exercises can be done standing, and I just started sitting because that's what I was doing yesterday with my classes with people in wheelchairs and walkers and stuff. So I just kind of default to that sometimes. You want to interlace your fingers. You can be sitting and doing this. You're doing the same type of thing. You're stretching up over the head. Try to relax your shoulders so you get your shoulders back. And we're going to press up. Lean to your right. Doesn't matter as long as you go to one side and then the other. Stretch. So you're trying to stretch all the muscles on the top side. One more time. Good. Stretch up. Let the right hand stay up, left hand go down. And open up the chest. Sink into the back of the hips and sink into your feet a little bit. Relax your knees so they're not locked. Push up, push down. Keep your shoulders the same way, even across. Change hands. Holding sky, pushing the earth. So you're pushing down on the earth, you're holding up the sky. So it's a slight pressure. Coming back. And if you can, I like to reach back just a tiny bit. Coming back. One more time on each side. And down. This time we're interlacing our fingers, bringing it up. We're going to lean back just a little bit. Try and get your shoulders to go back just a little bit more. You're not trying to look at your hands, you're trying to look up at an upward angle. Coming straight up. Stretch, breathe. Inhale and go back. Push the hands a little bit and then come straight up. One more time. Trying to relax as best you can, but stretch just a little bit more, and then come on up. Bringing your hands down. This next part, there's two ways to do this. One is if you may think of a block behind your hands, and you're trying to pull that block up as you go down and bend at the waist, holding that block up no matter what the weight is. and then come back up. The other way is to interlace your fingers in the back. Either way is acceptable depending on your shoulder dexterity. Leaning forward and bringing your hands up the best you can above your back. Push the hands back just a tiny bit and stand back up. Push down with your hands so the shoulders just come down. Try it again. Up, whichever way you like to do this, whichever, either pushing the block or coming up with the interlaced fingers. Shake it out. Get you a nice stretch. Let's see, what else am I supposed to be doing here? We did that one. We're going to try something with our belly button. Not sure exactly how much is being seen, but trying to take the belly button and do a circle. And you're doing it forward and back. And we're trying to get the belly button or the waist doing this little circle as smooth as you can. You don't want to go, so you don't want to work so hard. We're going to put our hands out in front. Excuse me. Put a little bit of pressure on, or bend the knees a little bit, and do that exercise if you can. Open up your chest. So we're trying not to lean forward. We're trying to get a nice upright position. Bring your hands down and back. Feel like the ski jumper going off the ski jump. Pushing off from the feet. Flatten the back. Fingertips back, head forward. Bring your hands around to your knees, chin to chest, and roll up your back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Breathe long and deep. Put your right foot forward on the heel. Again, you're trying not to put a lot of weight on that right foot. The left foot's the one that's in the floor. Trying to put more weight there. You're going to bend forward at the waist, flatten out your back. Trying to be that ski jumper, nice and flat back. Drop your armpits down just a little bit. Bring your hands down to the lower leg and roll up your back. Bring your foot down. Change feet. Hands go out. Lean forward. Feel like the back end's going backwards. The fingers are going forward. Shoulder blades are relaxing. Try and get the armpits down a little bit. Bring your hands down to the lower leg. You might want to put chin to chest if you want and roll up. And shake it out. I like to do that just because it feels good. Helps get rid of some of that extra tension. So we're going to sit down and we're going to face sideways on the chair. So what I'm trying to do is to get the leg that's off the chair. So we're sitting just on the one leg's on the chair, the other leg's dangling. And we're trying to do that same exercise with the belly. So trying to get that belly working in a circle and doing circles with the whole arm. Lean forward just a little bit, and if you can, tuck your toe underneath if you haven't already, and pretend you're a sprinter just taking off from the block. So your back foot's pushing you forward, but you're not going anywhere. Hands go down and back, chest to thigh, and you're trying to flatten out the back. And breathe. Fingertips back, heads forward, hips into the chair. Hands go around to the lower leg, chin to chest, and as you come up, you can bend your knees so that it just makes it a little easier to come on up. We're going to take your hand in the direction you were just facing, comes up over the head. You're going to try and get this belly to go back and forth. Right, left, right, whatever. And see if you can push up just a little bit with the hand. Fingertips are going where you're going to be going next. Sink into the back of the hips. It makes the waist work. And then relax your shoulder. Make the elbow a little heavier. The wrist and fingertips. Take a breath and turn over to the other side. You can shake out also if you want. Doing that same belly roll, belly circle. The one knee is hanging down a little bit. Try and push back that back leg a little bit more. Push off from the toe if you can, as if you're propelling yourself forward. Circle that waist and let the arms follow. Bring the arms down and back, chest towards thigh, flatten out the back, trying to push off from the back toe. Keep breathing, fingertips back, heads forward. Hands around to the lower leg and come on up. Take. Yeah. So I should have mentioned before we started this part of it to take it easy on the knees. Anything, if the knees are bothering you at all, like I say, just keep backing off. So to finish off this move, you're the direction you just faced. Hands go up over the head. Sink into the back of the hips and let this belly button go back and forth. So it's a waist move. Trying to loosen up your waist so that you can get some movement out of your waist. It's not something we do every day. Relax shoulder. Elbow becomes heavier. The wrist gets heavier. The heel of the hand gets heavy. And then the fingertips. And shake it out. We're going to do leg stretches now, and so if you've got a tie, a long tie, or stretch bands, you can grab one of those. You don't have to have one, but sometimes it helps to have just that little extra aid in bringing your foot up. We're going to use our left foot first. I like to put it on the ball of my foot so that I can, when I pull, the toe comes back. I want a little bit of bend in this knee. I don't want it totally straight, and I also want it right now at an angle. Pushing through the heel as if you were trying to push somebody with your heel. Push them away from you. Keep a slight bend in that knee, up nice and tall. Breathe and release. And I like to shake it out, I like to stand on my feet, and I like to do massage. And actually I'm supposed to be doing this one, this leg instead of the standing leg, because that's the one I'm stretching. But I've been doing that lately. So this time we're going to go straight forward. Hand, if you have one hand on the same leg, holding the tie, the other hand's loose, I lean forward a little bit, lean with your chest first. Once you start to feel a little bit of tension in the leg, then you drop your hand down. Keep your chest open. You can look down, you can look up. Keep the chest open, shoulders back. Keep breathing and release. Shake it out. Stomp the feet. Or massage. I do all three a lot of times. This time we're doing a straddle position, so the knees are apart. You're still on that same foot. Straighten the knee, straighten the leg with a little bit of bend, push through that heel. And breathe. And then sink into the back of the hips. See if that makes a difference. And down. All of this is exploring what you can do. So I stamp my feet, massage, whatever. Good. Take the tie, put it on the back for right now. And we're trying to get that belly button to go in an arc, following the hands. And eventually the belly button will start it off and the hands will follow the belly button. But when you start somewhere. Interlace your fingers. Bring it up, over the head, the best you can. If it hurts, if you have a bad shoulder and all you can get up is here, this is where you go. If it starts to hurt here, stop here. Over the head the best you can. I like to do behind my head or my neck. There are other people who have a bad shoulders. They go down here. I have another student that comes here. Whatever works for you. You're just trying to keep that waist moving back and forth. Bring your hands out and around. Sink into the back of the hips. down towards the lap. Let them just lightly go over the lap, the legs, around the back of the chair seat, back here if you can. Makes your waist work a little harder. All about making that waist work. And then massage your back. And for those of you here, I will do this at the end. Remind me at the end, so I give just a little boost in energy. And then just bring them straight down and relax. Now you can grab your thighs and do the other leg. It's just a little different doing it. I will do it. So, the right leg. So you're going over the ball of the foot, push through the heel. Remember to keep a slight bend to the knee, trying to avoid locking it. Nice and upright. Push through the heel and breathe. Relax. Shake it out. Stomp the feet or massage. Whatever feels good for you. All three is fine. Push through the heel. Opposite hand goes out. Trying to keep a flat back as you go forward. You feel a stretch, then drop your hand down. Keep the chest open. Try and get the shoulder blades back just a little bit. Pushing through the heel. And breathe. And down. Shake it out. Stop the feet. Massage. And knees apart. Straddle position. Push through the heel. Remember to keep a slight bend to that knee. Sink into the back of the hips. Sometimes that allows you to actually lift it up a little bit more without hurting. And down. You can fold up your thighs or whatever. I'm going to collect these from here. Sinking into the back of those hips. Get this belly button going back in an arc. Fingers come out, up over the head. Remember, if you have any shoulder pain, you don't have to go anywhere near this. Coming around the back of the head, neck, or on your shoulders, or chest if you need it. It's all about what you can do. Not about what I can do and how you can mimic me. I want you to find your boundaries and work within your limits. Coming down to the lap, around to the back of the chair, and massage the lower back again. So you're massaging yourself. You can do it in any number of ways. I like to do it with the back of my hands. You can do it with the palms. You can do it with your fists. You know, just do whatever needs to be done and then let it go. Good. Shake it out. So we're going to stand. So if you want to stand over that way, unless you can, I just want to make sure you're not in the camera view. So I thought a little sideways over there. So anyway, we're going to do a Tai Chi exercise called 32 steps. We have 8 postures that we do. It has 4 steps each, so that's my 32. Rocking back and forth. So your feet are together right now. You're trying as close as you can be comfortable and stable. Rock back and forth, toes and heels stay on the ground. Excuse me. So you're just lightly moving the energy in your body so you can kind of feel something going on. Go into your left leg. Let the right be loose and you're going out to the side. And reposition. You're going to come up with the hands. That was Tai Chi preparation. This is Tai Chi beginning. 1. 2 is relax the shoulders down. Hopefully your shoulders are relaxed now, the elbows. Then the wrists. That's the 3rd part. And then bring the wrists down to your hip area. That's 4. Wave hands like clouds. Left hand comes up. This other hand is loose. turning to the left. So the one that's on top is the angle that you're going on. Change your hands so the right hand's on top. So I have it, you're going to be opposite me right now. And then you're going to turn in that direction of that top arm. If you have a ball in your hand, you just turned it over. Once you finish that, then go back to the other side. Turn that ball over and go both hands back. We're going to open up for grasp the bird's tail. Pretend you have a peacock's tail in front of you. You're trying to be soft and quiet. And you're going down the tail, just so that the bird doesn't know you're there. You're coming up a big fat neck to a narrow neck, and the bird's figured out you're there, so he's looking at you. And you're going to turn to the front and push the bird's neck away. Taking your right hand, let the left hand sink down, turn to the corner. It's 1. 2 is bringing your left hand up. I like to put my weight on my right foot so I can turn that foot easily, turn to the left and push, telling somebody to stop. I'm going to sit back on my right foot, bring my toe forward, open up my hands. So I'm in a nice position, nice and open. This is the start of crossing hands. Coming down in hollow fists, so I can put a pencil through my fingers. Crossing at the wrist. Sink into the back of the hips. Let the hands float up to the chest. Then turn your hands so you can see your thumbs and your thumbs up and your palms of the hand. Bringing your hands, the knuckles back together. Starts conclusion. Coming back. 2 circles, one on each side. Coming back to your hips. Rocking back and forth, just like we did in the Tai Chi preparation step. Weight goes into your left foot and sliding. Good. So good. So I know this time I did everything to the left. I'm going to turn around and do it on the back so that you can actually see me from the back side and do the best you can. And then we'll try a couple other things. So we're trying to stand up nice and tall. Bend in the knees just a little bit, feet are together. Rock back and forth, make sure those toes and heels stay on the ground so that you're stable. Weight goes in your left foot. Let the right slide out so it's about shoulder width apart when you are in the middle, as you reposition in the middle. So there's 4 steps to preparation step. Now, Tai Chi beginning. 1, coming up, relaxing your shoulder as you're going up. 2, relax the elbows down towards the floor. 3, relax the back of the wrist so the heel of the hand becomes heavy. Bring your hands down to waist, hip area. Wave hands like clouds. Left hand comes up in front of the body like around a big beach ball. Pretend the right hand is on the beach ball on the bottom and you're just turning to the left. Shift weight to your right foot. Let the right hand come up, left hand sinks. Turn to the right. So that was 1 and 2. This is 3, leaning, going to the left, turning to the left, sink into the right, turn to the right. There's 4 steps there. Grasp the bird's tail. You're opening up. This right hand goes over the tail and down. Then you turn to the left, coming up the big fat neck into a narrow neck, and now push the bird away right in front of you. Say goodbye. Single whip, weights into the right foot. Let that left hand sink. Turn to the corner. Try to meet thumb and fingertips together if you can, making a beak. Coming up with the left, turning to the left. Make sure that you try and be kind to your knees. Sit step. Weights into that right foot. Let that left foot go forward. Outstretched is the end of single whip. Crossing hands. Make hollow fists. Left hand over right. I'm going to turn around just so that you can see what I'm doing. Coming up. Turn your hands up so thumbs are up and your palms are showing. Conclusion, back of the knuckles together. Come down. Go out just a little bit and circle out and come back to your hips. Let the hands relax. Rock back and forth. And relax. Weights in your left foot. Bring in your right. So anyway, nice and relaxed. This time I'm going to go through it just a little quicker. And I'm going to do it with my back to you. So, feet together, rocking back and forth. Keep a slight bend to the knees. Weights in your left foot. Slide out your right. Reposition in the middle. That's Tai Chi preparation. By Tai Chi beginning, bring the hands out in front. Relaxing the shoulders. Now 2 is the elbows. 3 is the wrist. Remember the back of the wrists are bent just a little bit. Heel of the hand is heavy. Come on down. Left hand comes up for wave hands like clouds. You're turning to the left. Sink to the right. Let the right hand come up and turn. You're trying to be as light and airy as clouds. I like to shift my weight to my left, then turn to the left. Once I finish that move to the left, then I bring up my right, shifting to the right. Grasp the bird's tail up over the tail. Coming down and going over to the left. Fat neck to a narrow neck and then push the bird away right in front of you. Single whip, weights into the right foot. Hand goes to the right, you're trying to touch fingers tips to the thumb tip. Bringing up your left hand. Try to be light in the feet with that left foot so it can turn easily, and then tell somebody to stop. They don't want to come any closer. Sit step. I like to bring up my left toe because my weight's on the right and move it forward. Opening up for crossing hands. Coming over. This time we do left over right. Sink into the back of the hips just a touch and see if you can get your arms to relax a little bit more. Open up your hands so you can see your palms. Thumbs are up. Conclusion, back of the hands together. Come on down. Going out, circle back towards your hips. Rocking back and forth. Keep those toes and heels on the ground. Excuse me. Weights in your left, bring in your right. Excuse me. So that's my Tai Chi that we're doing today. We're going to do a meditation. And we're going to be done a little early, and then we'll do some stuff. So if you want to sit down in the chairs. I try and do different meditations as time goes on, and okay, so what I like to do is to relax into the chair. So feel like you're one with the chair. And it's a little harder to do than I sometimes think. I always used to try to lift myself up, be nice and light, and I'm trying to sink into the chair. So when you exhale, think about putting the weight into your hips, into the legs that are attached to the chair, and your feet. And on the inhale, you're going to stay attached in that area, but you're going to feel like the rest of you is floating up. So if you can half close or close your eyes. On the exhale, think about your hands going in on top of your legs, wherever they happen to be. that they're connecting with the legs. Your legs are connecting with the chair. The feet are connecting with the floor. On your inhale, think of everything that's not connected to another piece. Let that become light and airy. So almost as if you're trying to float up, but because you're attached, you're not moving any place. So on your exhale, you keep sinking into that chair, into the legs, the floor. And on the inhale, you try and just let everything else be nice and light. Now I'd like you to focus from the neck down on the exhales. Keep focusing from the neck down, and on the inhale, let everything float up just a little bit. It's just adding air. Sink back in on the exhale. You're still sinking, but the rest of you is starting to float up. Now I'd like you to focus on your head. And as you inhale, your head is floating straight up, as if that it's on like a balloon that's going straight up. You've got it attached to the body. On your exhale, take the top part of your head and let that keep going up. Remember, your body is still sinking into the chair, but you're thinking from the top up, from the head up. You're bringing the head up on the inhale. And on the exhale, the top of the head is still floating even higher up. Even though you're not moving, just imagine it. On the exhale, let the bottom of the head float up, and then I think I mixed that up. So just let the top of the head float. Now I'd like you to just look. Even though you may not open your eyes, you're looking ahead with your eyes. Focus on a spot. It doesn't have to be in this room. It doesn't have to be where you are. But just imagine something that you're looking at straight ahead. You're focusing on that item. And just let your body be. And as you're looking at this item, can you also use your eyes and your imagination to look to the side? Can you see what's around you, between you and this item you're looking at, using your peripheral vision? Just let that imagination be there. Do the best you can. You're just doing it. You haven't done it much before, so it's something new and different. So when you were focusing in the beginning on sinking into the chair, you were connecting with the earth. When you were floating with the head on the second part, you're connecting with the heaven. And now that you're looking forward, and maybe even to the side, you're connecting with the present. And just notice how you feel. And now I'd like you to think about the top of your head where the baby soft spot was when you were born, or you've been around a newborn infant and whatnot. Think about the energy coming in as color into your body, filling up the whole body. So bring that, whatever color you want, into the body, letting it come down through the head, into the shoulders, into the arms, into the torso, into the hips, into the knees, ankles, out to the tips of your toes, and then out the bottom of your foot into the ground. And as it's going out, more is coming in, flushing out the body, making any impurities go through the feet into the floor. Imagination is a great tool. Just keep bringing in that color and letting it flush through. Now I'd like you to think about the color gold coming through the whole body, through that stream of energy, purifying and making good all the organs and all the tissues, all the cells in your body, in your mind, and letting it go out through the feet. And the impurities are being pushed out. More refined, pure gold is coming in. And letting it go through the body. And as it goes through the head and the neck, the shoulders, and the arms, torso, and out through fingertips, knees, down to the feet. How do you feel? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel heavier? Do you feel airier? Maybe denser? Just note how you feel and how is your emotions. Just feel what you do. Try to keep hold of that. As you take in a couple more breaths, slowly open your eyes and have a good week. That's Tai Chi for today. And I'll go have a good week.